Gold Squad TV. So Timelord Robert Williams has agreed to a 4-year, $54 million extension, locking him up in Boston for the next 4 years. I don't know how to feel about this because I wonder he's extremely talented when he plays, when he's healthy. But Time Lord has never been healthy, and you're giving him 54 million in 4 years. That means he's probably going to be the starter. Maybe they play more of a approach where they have the two big man lineup, which is a little more feasible to have Time Lord at the center position since he's not a jump shooter, and Horford at the power forward position because Horford can stretch the floor and he's a much more effective 3-point shooter than maybe a Daniel Tice was for us. I will say this, I'm kind of worried about this because I did feel like, here's the thing with Time Lord. Time Lord needs to learn how to change his game from being this freakish athlete and learn how to have a better ground game. I say this because, yes, I'm cool with the alley-oops. I'm cool with the freakish athleticism. I'm cool with the shot blocking. But he typically, much like Derrick Rose early in his career, if you ever watch how Derrick Rose used to always land, and it just never looked really natural, which made the play look a lot more spectacular. Time Lord does not land on his legs very well. He already has chronic knee problems. This is a lot of money to give to a guy with knee issues. He's going to be a Celtic for the next 6 years. And he won't. This contract won't kick in till next season, essentially. Now, I get Brad Stevens probably feeling Time Lord's just too talented to let go and let him get on the market. But man, like, is he going to change his game? Is he going to be more of a ground player that could catch alley-oops every now and then and be a shot blocker, but like be a little more conservative? To me, as far as I'm concerned, the only way Time Lord stays on the floor without getting hurt is if he doesn't do all these freakishly athletic plays that everybody goes crazy for. You know, the great players know how to ground themselves when needed to be. Like, when I know it's a different position, but Michael Jordan knew not to be so much of a dunker by the time he was 31 years old. He could dunk still. He could probably dunk in spectacular fashion. But Michael didn't need to do that at 31, 32 years old. He was like, let me be a little more ground. I would love to see Robert Williams work with a Akeem Olajuwon. A guy that could work on his moves and work on his post moves. Because I feel like if he ever got a ground game, then you add that with the freakish athleticism every now and then, and not so much every time. Time Lord needs to learn how to be a better fundamental player. He does that, and he plays a whole season, which is really a tall order. But if he plays at least 76 of the 82 games, then I think this contract worth it. He's never played a full season. He's never shown he can play a full season. I'm not expecting him to play all 82. I do understand what he could do on the court when healthy. Keywords health. He needs to learn to become more of a ground player. He needs to learn to be a little more conservative when it comes to his hops. You know, use it when needed. He also has to learn how to be a better post defender. Now, we have not seen Time Lord since the playoffs. He's recovering from that knee injury that he suffered at the end of the last season. He did play in the playoff game, put up about 9 blocks in one game. But he wasn't really able to play much in the Brooklyn series due to the injuries. So I look at it like, well, is he going to come back a lot stronger? Is he going to come back a little more well-rounded? Because for Brad Stevens to give him a 4-year, $54 million extension, that means he's super confident in him. And it's funny because Brad was never really that confident in Time Lord when he coached him. Like outside of last year, you really didn't have a choice but to play Time Lord last year. But the years prior, he wasn't playing Time Lord. If he didn't need to play, he wouldn't play him. So something had to change in this man's game that they know about that we don't know in order for him to get this deal. Because I'm pretty sure they told him, hey, listen, work on a few things and come back, show me that you worked on those things, and then we'll work on an extension. But if not, I kind of wouldn't have paid him that much money. I probably would have held back on the extension. It's not to say this deal is not untradeable, but the problem is that who's going to trade for a guy that has all types of health issues? As talented as he is, do you think he's going to be around for a whole season? It's doubtful. It's never showed it. So I just find it a little weird that they signed him to the 4-year, $54 million extension. Especially knowing Horford's on the team. But I get it. I guess they're going to put all their eggs in that basket. I just hope that Time Lord comes back and a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, a little bit more ground game oriented instead of just always being. I hope Ime works on his post moves. I hope Ime brings somebody in there to work on his post moves. Hope Ime comes in there and have him improve on his jump shot. Work on his all around game. The athletic shit's always gonna be there. You just don't want him using it too much. Gold Squad TV. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of Robert Williams, aka Time Lord, agreeing to a 4-year, $54 million extension? Do you think it's risky? Do you think it's a good move? Gold Squad TV, leave your comments down below. Peace.